the United States is a republic. I'm not so sure many people actually know the difference between a republic and a democracy. Can you clear that up?
So our republic is really defined by the 4 principles that are contained in the 2nd paragraph of the Declaration of Independence. The notion that all men are created equal, by which the Founding Fathers really meant that everyone born in this country has equal rights. That is, your rights are the same. There are no titles of nobility. There's no one who is a king born in America. We're all equal. And we're endowed by our Creator, by God, with certain unalienable rights, among them the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That means that our rights come from God, not from government. And no majority can take away our individual rights. They're unalienable. And then governments are instituted among men for the very purpose of protecting those rights. That's the 3rd principle. And the final principle is that we derive our just powers from the consent of the governed, which means that the people are sovereign in America. Now, what's the difference between that construct, which leads to what's called a mixed constitution, in which we have a aristocratic element in the courts, oligarchic sort of element in the courts. We have a democratic element in the House and Senate. And then we have executive element in the executive branch that is really a combination of different powers that are competing, and there are checks and balances. If it were a straight democracy, you would have a majority rule all the time. But it was James Madison who in the Federalist said that there's a tyranny of the majority. And they didn't want mob rule. They didn't want passion to drive law. They wanted law to protect rights. And so when passion drives law, you can have the law take over rights. You can have the law directed against one segment of the population or another and deprive them of their liberties. So democracy leads to tyranny, our Founding Fathers believed. A republic, on the other hand, because it is instituted to protect rights, is unique. And our republic is unique in all the world. There never was before and never since a nation founded on the principle that individual liberty is paramount, that governments are designed, instituted, for the very purpose of protecting individual rights. And so it is that nowhere else on this planet do we have a legal structure in place, based on the Constitution, in which our rights can be protected against the government.